Okay, here's part two. Let's get with the prelims. Scott Sean McCorkle beat Mark Hunt by Kimura slash armbar. Man, I really wanted Mark Hunt to win this fight. He's like has 6 losses in a row now, and I think he's getting cut by the UFC. I know he was actually in shape for this fight, but the ground killed him, which really sucked. McCorkle looked pretty good. He moved pretty well for a guy his size. Nice to see him get like a really crazy armbar slash Kimura on, even if it is on Mark Hunt. But I really wanted Hunt to win, but maybe, McCorkle, he can get someone like maybe Mike Russo, someone of a lower tier, maybe Joey Beltran. I'd like to see where he goes. If I'm not mistaken, I think he trains with Mitrione. So it'd be very interesting. I know McCorkle's fun in regional shows, but he's in the UFC, he's in the big time. It looks like he's taking things seriously. The next prelim after that was TJ Grant beating Julio Paulino. TJ Grant I always found to be really good. He's lost against guys like Hendricks, beat guys like Kevin Burns. He's beat Rio Chonin. It's tough to say where to see him because he's always like win, lose, win, lose. He's lost a stun gun. It's really hard to say. I'd like to see him fight maybe Matt Brown. If Matt Brown's still in the UFC after his fight with Rory McDonald. Him versus Rory McDonald would be very interesting. Rory McDonald and TJ Grant are both Canadian. So that in itself would be pretty neat. Maybe someone like Marcus Davis versus TJ Grant. So TJ Grant's got some good fights here and there. He's really solid. I don't know what happens to Paulino. He might be cut. I really can't say. He's just, he's always been in the undercard, and he just lost. So tough to say. After that, Waylon Lowe beat Steve Lopez by unanimous split decision. I'm guessing Steve Lopez will be gone from the UFC. And Waylon Lowe, tough to say. He got killed by Melvin Gillard, but for someone's first fight in the UFC to beat Melvin Gillard, tough. Really tough. Wouldn't want to see him fight someone like Thiago Tavares or something. Maybe he can fight Audenwood or something like that. Who just lost to Thiago Tavares. Someone that's just in the lower tier, really, is who I'd like to see Waylon Lowe fight. After that, Thiago Tavares beat Pat Awesome Audenwood. Man, Thiago Tavares looked good. Man on a mission here, man. He just, he'd take down Audenwood, who had this huge height and reach advantage, Abercrombie and Fitch model, and just pounded his face in so he can't model again or something, The finish was really cool too. I mean, Thiago Tavares pretty much got jumped on, there's a scramble ensued against a cage. He went for, Thiago Tavares goes for a guillotine, jumps on him while Audenwood is standing, climbs off his back and just, lands, secures his guillotine while Audenwood's still standing. It was pretty awesome, And Thiago Tavares, he's so up and down, he's beat like Gambarian, really good fight against Tyson Griffin, lost against Matt Wyman. But, he can fight maybe Rafael Dos Anjos, maybe Aaron Riley, who I think actually should fight Pat Audenwood. He might be pretty low, actually. Thiago Tavares was Ross Pearson, maybe Andre Winner, someone like that. There's definitely some solid guys for Tavares. Cole Miller would be pretty interesting. But yeah, definitely a lot of solid competition for Thiago Tavares. I hope he can be consistent. I always found him to be very well-rounded. There's some times when he just looks great, sometimes looks mediocre, and sometimes he just looks bad. So we'll get to this Spike broadcast now. Matt Meathead Mitrione beat Joey the Mexicutioner Beltran. Mitrione, he just turned 32 pretty recently. He looks good, man. I was getting in an argument with this one guy. Pretty much, he's saying, someone brought up that like he can see Matt Mitrione be a top 10 heavyweight in the future, and I was like, yeah, it's it's not that unreasonable. Like, he'll probably end up being like a mid-tier guy, like a Hardock or Congo or something, to be perfectly honest. But it's not like, I don't think it's impossible, and then like, the guy I was talking to is like, no, there's 0% chance. I'm like, well, the guy's improving. I mean, you have to say something for improvement. This is his third fight. This is his third professional fight. He's starting his MMA career in the UFC. He's had damage from football, so that's pretty bad. He doesn't have that wear and tear from football, but he doesn't have the wear and tear from MMA yet. He's soaking in a lot, man. He actually has left. He moves side to side. He has a very sneaky left hand. I mean, he'll throw some jabs, and then all of a sudden the left hand comes. It's really sneaky. He's still learning too. When he's put on his back, he goes for triangle chokes. He doesn't know to secure him yet, but third fight in the UFC. Third fight professionally. Fun of a pretty veteran, experienced guy, Joey Beltran. Beltran looked all right. I still expect him to see in the UFC, find some lower tier guys. He can be the gatekeeper to see if you're like UFC worthy or not. Pretty much. Mitrione, I can see him. It's really hard to say where he's gonna go from here. It gets pretty tough from here. I'd probably see him against someone like Russo or someone like that. Maybe against Teixeira or something like that. There's some good fights from Mitrione. I really like him. Like on the show, man, he's I really don't like him on the show, but outside the show, he's a cool guy. I mean, he seems really cool, really goofy. He's mentally, he's fit to do MMA because he's kind of nuts, in a good way. I mean, he really is. He smiles all the time. He has a chin. He has a really good chin, and he hits like a Mack truck, and then he kicks pretty hard too. So he needs to really work on his wrestling. I heard that Mitrione has been working on his wrestling though. Jiu-Jitsu is actually coming along. I mean, it's just, for me, it's really cool to see heavyweights work from their back. You don't see too many do that. Fabricio Verdum, Frank Mir, you'll see that, and Nogueira, sometimes Gonzaga, but otherwise, you don't see it too much. So it's really cool to see this guy who has no real base in any actual base, actually trying new things. It's really refreshing. It moves really well for a heavyweight too. I'm impressed with Mitrione. I really have been. The final prelim of the card was Joe Dirksen losing by the submission of the night guillotine from CB Dalloway. I'm not a big fan. I picked Dalloway to win, and he won. And he won in the coolest way. This tumbling guillotine. He sets it up with this Armin guillotine that he doesn't even squeeze. He just holds it, and then he's just patient. All of a sudden he scrambles so he doesn't get the arm in. He actually just gets the full neck, and then then Dirksen is in survival mode, so he's trying to roll out of it, and they keep rolling until pretty much CB Dalloway has a mounted guillotine, and it was really cool. It also goes to show these prelims are really good. Man, the prelims are... They showed... In 1 hour, they showed 4 prelims. McCorkle Hunt, Tiago Tavares, Pat Ottenwood, Mitrione Beltran, CB Dalloway versus Joe Dirksen. 3 of those were finishes by submission. And they are all pretty cool submissions. Which is the exact opposite from the main card, though. But yeah, these prelims were really fun. If anyone was on the fence about getting this, the prelims may have changed their minds. Hey, this is pretty cool. Nothing to do Saturday night. Get some browns over. Get some chips, dip, beer, whatever. But the prelims are great. That submission was awesome, man. You got anything to add about that submission, man?
That submission, I gotta say, dude. My teacher teaching me that submission too. That was awesome submission. Love to use it, especially when you scramble it. I learned either do it when you do it armor guillotine or you do it Peruvian necktie. You just get a chance watch the person jump over, man. Just follow him, and then the worst of worst you got a mount. So it's great submission to use.
Yeah, nice, man. So yeah, let's go start the main card. Melvin Gillard beats Lil Heathen Jeremy Stevens by split decision. Um, it looks like Gillard and pretty much the whole Jackson camp. Well, not the whole Jackson camp, but like Rashad and Melvin have this like Machida style fight. I'm going in and out, in and out. Melvin did it really well. I think the biggest problem is the start of the card. Melvin called out Jeremy Stevens, and you kind of expected more of a brawl, more of someone get knocked out, and then it's nice to see strategy in a way that's using stand up. There is a question of like, hey, why doesn't Melvin just go for takedowns if he's gonna do a strategic fight anyways? Then, I mean, that's the thing. Melvin seemed to wear down alone the third round. A lot of people actually thought Jeremy Stevens should have won. It's pretty valid actually. I personally thought that Melvin should have won, but and he did. But I see the argument for Stevens winning. Stevens looked a little flat-footed. He was hitting a lot of air, whereas Melvin, he's going in and out, throwing ones and twos and stuff like that. Not throwing too much. He was getting light kick pretty hard too, but hey man, it's felt to win. Big things for Gillard actually. He might actually start finding some top 10 guys. Maybe like a Jim Miller or someone like that. Wouldn't surprise me. As far as Jeremy Stevens, maybe like Gleason Tebow, he just came out from a loss, or someone like that. There's fights for him for sure. What do you think of the fight?
I thought Steven do really well on third round. I mean, a lot of kicks, and a nice body punch. I mean, to the liver, man. It was awesome. And then, kicking the chin, I really thought he gonna win, but oh well.
Cool. Well, this is part 2, so join us for part 3 after the jump. Thanks.